What's going on, guys? I'm the Filmmaker and I love movies, and welcome back to another video. And yes, it is actually a film review. I haven't done one of these videos in ages now. This channel primarily was film reviews before the whole, pandemic thing happened, because that's the only thing I had time for. I could, maybe squeeze in the latest release film. And finally, we have a new release that I'm looking forward to. No, I did not review Trolls World Tour. No, I did not review Scoob, because those movies I was not anticipating. Da 5 Bloods, on the other hand, yes, this is Spike Lee's new joint, his latest movie, and I'm just going to get right off the bat here, guys. It is my favourite of his. To prepare myself for this film, I watched a Spike Lee film every day from Monday to Friday. And I have seen the Do the Right Thing, and I still think this film's better. Let me explain. Just before I get on with the review, I just want to say a big thank you to my new subscribers. In the past couple of days, I got quite a few new subscribers, so I really appreciate all of you. Welcome to the channel, and please enjoy the video. This film is about these Vietnam War veterans who go back to Vietnam to basically find some gold that they buried there when they were actually in Vietnam. Now, that is just scratching the surface on what this film is actually about, because it's about so much more. It dives deep. It's so, a filmmaker like Spike Lee, I think, when discovering his filmography and watching some of his films over this past week, he's not one of my favourite filmmakers, but he's definitely a filmmaker I admire. I admire how he's trying to make these messages of racism and things, and everything in here works really well for that, and it's timed really well with this release of the film, because obviously it does touch on these things. And going into the movie, again, anticipating it, I was still slightly sceptical. It's a Vietnam War movie, we've had so many of them. Apocalypse Now, arguably the best, The Deer Hunter, Platoon, Born on the 4th of July. There's so many of them, and I was just thinking, what is going to set this film apart from those other films? And it really is just how it tells a story of these 4 guys who used to fight in Vietnam. And one of them has PTSD, and the character is played by Delroy Lindo, and it was the best performance of the year by far. He was absolutely amazing, because one of the main messages of the movie and the tagline of the film is the war never ends, because definitely for his character, the war never ended. And the things his character says and does, you believe every word of it. He threatens people, and you believe every word. There's moments in the film where you're on the edge of your seat. Of course, in the middle, it kind of dips in engagement, but then something happens that sparks another hour of the film, and you're just totally engaged. And Delroy Lindo's character really goes on this, he almost descends into madness, really. It's something to behold, and something you really need to watch. And another thing that I was really interested to see what Spike Lee would do here is, of course, during the Vietnam War, there was massive racism in the US. Arguably, there still is now. Not arguably, there is. And soldiers, these men, especially the character Chadwick Boseman plays, is saying, they get treated terribly in America, the country they're fighting for. And that you kind of get on their side about taking this gold. But then when they go back in present day with these 4 guys, you almost also level with the Vietnamese there, because horrible things happen, and Spike Lee does splice in some real life footage that really, some of it's brutal, some of it you really might want to look away at, because he does not shy away from it. That's another reason why I like Spike Lee. He doesn't sugarcoat things, he doesn't shy away from it, he tells it for what it is, and this movie definitely delivers on that part. It's a lovely movie to add to the collection of films on Vietnam, because it tells it from a different perspective, from a different angle. It's set in present day as well as the Vietnam, and what Spike Lee does here as well with the aspect ratio is brilliant. It's so inventive, and the cinematography is really nice as well. Same with the production design. It is a very good film. I'm not stressing here, guys. You need to watch it. It's 2.5 hours long. And sure, at points it can feel like that. I think the beginning was slightly slow, trying to get into it. But, I was watching it early in the morning because Netflix films drop at 8 o'clock in the UK. Probably same for the US. So I woke up at 8 o'clock ready to watch the movie, and I was getting quite hungry because I haven't had breakfast yet. So I just thought, you know, once there's an hour left to go, I'll pause it and have my breakfast and come back to it. I didn't pause it. I couldn't, because I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but it really does pick up and you're really, really enthralled with the movie. Again, it isn't a perfect film. It isn't, you know, a masterpiece or anything, but there are a few things. There's a musical choice used in the film that I wasn't sure how to take it. This is a slight spoiler, but it's not massive to the plot. It's kind of just something that happens in the movie to do with the soundtrack, and that is that Ride of the Valkyries is used in the film. Now, if anyone is anyone and you've seen Apocalypse Now, you know that Apocalypse Now made that piece of music pretty famous for how it was used, and it was very much parodied through many different forms of media. Actually, funny enough, it was used first, one of the first moments it was used was in Federico Fellini's 8½. So maybe Coppola saw that movie and put it in that. But yeah, it was used brilliantly and masterfully in arguably the film's best scene. Apocalypse Now is just a complete masterpiece, but that scene. And for Spike Lee to use it here, nothing crazy happened when he used the track, but I just wasn't sure why it was in there, other than, yes, it was used in Apocalypse Now, a movie, again, about the Vietnam War. I will be definitely re-watching this, guys, because, well, I really, really enjoyed it, and I do encourage everyone else watching to give it a watch. It's really, really good, and especially now, in the time that it's made, in the current time that what's going on in the world, I think it's very, very important. I'm going to give Spike Lee's new film, The Five Bloods, a 4.3 out of 5. There you go, there's my review, guys. Tell me, what did you think of the film in the comments? Did you enjoy this movie review? I know I'm kind of going back to my roots as the filmmaker YouTuber, but I just thought, you know what, new movie came out, I want to review it. I want to, you know, get back into reviewing films because I do it all the time on Letterboxd as well, and I love discussing about films as well as, you know, unboxing loads of movies as well. So what did you think about the film? Tell me in the comments down below, and has my review encouraged you to watch it? As always, I will see you again in the next video.